wheels falling off. I didn't get time to go get it. But I am gonna wear a shirt on one of these videos that says Newton got attacked.
It came back up.
It came back up again. Why, when she met with Dr. Pepper, one of the first things she said, you know, Newton got attacked.
Oh yeah, Dr. Pepper didn't know about it, or supposedly didn't know about
Well,
that.
she knew, but she still didn't let. She couldn't let it. She couldn't let it go. She couldn't let it go. And poor Maya. Can we put some money on Maya books, please?
I feel sorry for Maya because Maya, she's lost the only dad that she knows,
right?
Because he got a wife, and that's not how you supposed to do your kids.
But I don't know what you do in a situation like that if that happens.
Alexis don't like him. You get your dog back.
Maya go to my uncle. Maya go live with my brother. Maya go live with a friend. But I'm gonna go with Maya. You know, she probably can't be in an apartment with us, but wherever I can send Maya, I'm gonna put Maya there. Because think about it, I'm sure the show is not paying for Maya's visit to doggy jail, right? So I'm kicking out money to doggy jail. I'm wasting money now. The people tell me, well, I don't think Maya can come back home. Like, hold on for a minute. This is not what I signed up for.
Right.
Could you, and I think I told Jackie this or somebody, could you imagine if the roles were flipped and they had to send Newton away?
Yeah. She would lose.
She wouldn't do it.
That'll be a done deal for their marriage. I think it is a done deal for their marriage because that happened to Newton, but you know, that would be definitely, she wouldn't have tried. Like, we wouldn't have got this far.
I'm laughing at Kathy saying it's Newton.
Newton. Yeah, he did get Maya back. You know, we do heard in the rumor mill and on Reddit that he got Maya back, and you know that they saw him walking with Maya, so he did end up getting his dog back. We don't know when, and we don't know if her and Maya haven't still around. But you guys' thoughts on Alexis and Justice from this past? Justin. So I keep saying Justice because that's Ready to Love, but Justin from this past episode.
Okay. Alexis doesn't like the fact that this man flies kites. I'm gonna start there.
Wasn't that terrible? Oh my god.
She was like, my husband flies kites. Look, I'm like, I get what you're saying, but you know, that's his piece.
Well, why was that so bothersome?
I mean, like what she like basically what I inferred from what she was saying there was that he's so sensitive, and flying a kite is a very sensitive thing to do. You know, it's so gentle. I don't want to say sensitive.
Is it?
It's a very gentle thing to do. You know, it's almost like he's like if his thing was sewing, she would have a problem with him sewing because it's looked upon as being a female activity.
And that's crazy because I don't think of that at all.
Right. Like, because man, my mama gave me, like, my mama sews, and she, you know, had an extra sewing machine. She showed me how to use it. I used to sew all type of stuff on my jeans and stuff.
My grandfather made my mom's clothes for school.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about to say.
He learned how to sew in the military, and he used to make their clothes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tailors that's like a man's profession.
Right. I mean, I fly kites. I felt offended. I mean, I don't go out every weekend, but I've flown kites.
And he hadn't flown a kite in what, like 15 years, he said.
Right.
But that's it. Like, and it's just that thing that bothered her. And it's the dog being bitten. That's her out. He flies kite. He cries all the time. He was ready to give up. He wouldn't give her time to, like, not have an answer, because that's what we started on with them discussing the fact that she didn't have anything to say, and he thinking something is wrong. Like, he's been making a lot of mistakes as far as, like, being a rookie in the situation. If she say she don't got nothing to say, you say what you got to say and move on. You know what I'm saying? And leave it at that, because if she, like, what I don't think he's allowing to happen is he's not taking her word and he's trying to infer everything that, like, every emotion that goes on or every thing she does, he's trying to, what's the word, like, look deeper into it, you know what I'm saying, and not just taking it for face value. Now, sometimes you may have to look deeper. If somebody be like, what's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with me, and you can obviously tell something's wrong. okay, you have to approach that a different way.
I think that's what happened at the dinner table.
I think that's what happened at the dinner table. I just don't think he thought it through as far as like trying to force her to do it, like force her to talk. Like she said, she don't got nothing to say. You got to take that as a face value, because now we're in front of everybody and you're looking stupid.
And that's just so hard to take. That Alexis,
doesn't have
anything to say.
I get it. It's so hard, but it's like I just have to take this one just because it's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
But it, like a lot of things, his sensitivity is what's gonna cause her not to want to be with him. And he talked about why. I was thinking like he talked about why he's so sensitive, but it's not that why he's so sensitive, but it's why he like wants everything to be perfect and wants everything to be right, because that's the way he had to do with his brother, you know, while growing up. But I think the kite flying thing, like, it really bothered her, and she was a hooper. I think that's what it was. She was a hooper, and he flew kites. But that's his peace. That's like somebody going fishing. It's peaceful.
I equated it to not necessarily fishing, but like when I can get to the beach, I like just sitting there watching the waves crash into the sand.
Yeah.
It's literally just sitting outside and being one with nature.
Mm-hmm.
He just also is using a kite, being guided by nature. I don't know why that was such a thing for her that she had something to say about it. I was hoping that something would work out between them, but Alexis just doesn't like him. And I hate to say it, but I'm wondering if it's even, like I said this to Tommy, and I might get villainized for it, but Alexis has been running from relationships. Does she even really like men?
I've seen people say that too. I've seen people in different chats I've been in said that she maybe went and told Morgan a situation because she wants to be with Morgan. I've seen people say.
I wouldn't take Morgan as her type, but again, I don't know what her type is, because
she might be real like Ray Sherman. I ain't got no
she
type.
might not have a type, but we do know that Justin's not her type, as well as the other 3 proposals that she had, whatever they look like. The only thing that we know specifically about them is that it was 3 guys. So it's something there that you haven't said yes to anyone, but all of them felt like close enough to you that they would actually propose to you. And then you go on a TV show to find love, allegedly, and then you get here with this person and you nitpick them for pretty much their entire existence. He can't cry. He can't have his dog. He can't fly a kite. His apartment's too small. He can't live in an apartment that has planes flying over.
We have
like,
to admit,
what?
man, this man cries every episode.
He does, but that's just that's him.
It just me. I told my wife I think he let her win basketball because he didn't want her to feel him.
You gotta win that one off of like
GP.
GP.
He's 6'9". I think he could really block every shot she put up if he really wanted to.
I would have.
Right. So I think
you would have to work for that.
Right.
Right. I think he was being a husband situation, being a husband anyway. Let my wife.
I also think she probably charged the heck out of that joker.
No, she balled. I ain't gonna say it lies. You gotta realize who she is. She's competitive, right? So when she put on that ball and that short and her shorts in her and put that ball on that court, she meant I'm gonna beat this dude. And he looked at. He made a business decision. Do I want to beat her, or do I want to go home peacefully tonight? Because he beat her, he was out there. They would play. All right, let's play again. All right, let's play again.
They would still be on the court right now.
I wonder if he was actually like a person that could play ball, or if he was just
a placeholder
guy.
That's why I said I think he was a placeholder.
He did go to school for playing ball. I think someone said not in the chat, but also said that he did go to school to play ball. I mean, he might have been 6'9" and just put him on the team, but I think he actually. Remember, we saw him early. Him and Ben earlier playing ball.
Ben beat him.
Ben beat him too. So maybe Justin isn't that great at basketball.
He's just a tall guy. Like my stepdad is like he played college basketball, And he actually played in the senior Olympics playing basketball. He's like, some people are just tall and they can't handle a ball, but you put them on your team because they can reach out and block a shot, or other people are intimidated by them because they're so big.
Hands up.
Yeah. You know, Deborah made a good point. We just know Alexis has been engaged 3 times. You never said about men.
I thought she did, but you know what? She does use the word person and people. Like, I've been engaged to, or I was proposed to by 3 people, but somebody else does that too on the show. I can't remember who it is, but somebody else doesn't say.
It might be so. I mean, you never.
Morgan.
No, you never know. You never know. That's why she runs all the time. But she has some softness in her. So I'm gonna put it out. She has softness, and we've seen some of the softness from her. I think, and you can see when she bounces between the hardness and the softness with Justin. She tries to. I think she's kind of somewhat of a people pleaser as well. She doesn't want to hurt his feelings, but at the same time, I need you to change your behavior. And I think she bounces because even when they argue at the table, she's like, okay, that's it. We're done. Let's call truce. She had enough in her to be like, you know what? We're not going to keep going on. Let's call truce and let's move forward.
I feel like maybe some of her softness, though, is a ploy.
Yeah, I do too. I get that.
Yep, I think it's a ploy.
She plays to be soft to play the game.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, because that's when she throws out baby and rubs his arm and all that stuff.
It still hurts, even though you apologize, it still hurts. But then I'm gonna go in the bathroom and talk cash trash.
Right. Cash money.
Cash money, dog. She ripped him a new one. I mean, and I wish they did her like they did Lindsay.
Yeah.
From the last scene, hear what she said while she was in the bathroom with Stasha. Maybe they learned from Lindsay. Cut the mic in the bathroom. Cut the mic.
But she's aware of of what situation that she's in, and she has a lot of control over her her anger and you know, like she knows she's on TV. She knows she's being recorded, and she does not forget that. You know, because it's certain situations where you're looking at it like, I would go off there. Or when they were in the middle of an argument and she basically told them, let's table this. I was like, that was perfect. And like you did it at the right moment, and you know, and stuff like that. So she's like acutely aware, largely aware, not acutely, but largely aware of where she is and how she looks on TV. That's why she's trying so hard, because I don't believe she likes him. Right. I believe that she's like, he's too soft. He cries too much. He makes too big of a deal of little things. And she's just really trying in this situation. So
yeah, because I still can't get over the fact that she swiped left. And then now, because they matched you together, all of a sudden everything is real good and everything is great. You know, I still can't remember. You know, you swiped. You didn't like this dude for a reason. You said no when he was in your DMs and he was begging you to go out. You said no for a reason. Now, just because you're on a show, you want to, you know, be together. Nah, something fishy here. And she does it. You know, he didn't. I mean, he could even say, "Oh, you scrapbooking? Who does scrapbooking? Like, why are you scrapbooking?" He didn't. I mean, he never talks about her scrapbooking, but everything he does is kind of like, "Oh, you do that?"
But I think, you know what I just thought about? I said maybe the kite thing was like lame to her because, you know, Charlie Brown used to fly a kite, and like he was a goof, and it always got stuck in the tree. And so when he started flying it, all she could think was Charlie Brown, you know, old blockhead.
Charlie Brown played football too, but
and he always got knocked down by Lucy.
But maybe because maybe because in where she grew up, and maybe in the hood, people didn't fly kites. I don't know.
Ain't no parks.
Yeah, people didn't fly kites, man. Like,
no.
Nah, like,
no.
Like I don't know. Maybe in California, you know, it's different. But in the South, we didn't really. Like, I remember in elementary school, we had a kite day, you know, once or twice throughout my whole elementary career. But Nah, I can't say that I've personally fly kites all the time, but I just it's those little things she's
Yeah.
just picking at. Okay, I'm gonna take this one, put it in my pocket. and Maya bit my dog, put that one in my pocket. Newton. Yeah. Okay. She's just picking these things out and just putting them in her pocket and watch. The reunion's gonna come up and be like his dog bit my dog. That's gonna be the biggest thing. And that was one of the reasons why I couldn't do X, Y, and Z. I really couldn't get into it and stuff like that. So
I can't trust you.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Right, I'm gonna leave it, go out of town, and you can watch Newton, but I still can't trust you. Let's put him in a doggy hotel.
I don't want to get stuck on the kites too much, but I said this to you too. I said it goes to show how little experience and life experience to me that Alexis has, that she would pigeonhole him because he flies kites. Because I was like, they have whole kite festivals in China. Big Red Dragon, and I know that from what's the name of that cartoon the kids used to watch?
Caillou?
No, Little Einstein.
Little Einstein.
Yeah, they have big kite festivals. So I was like, she must not know that sometimes kites is a really big thing. It's not just because he's soft. Because I see people in the chat talking about that too. People in Cali fly kites in Central Park. Yeah. So to me, that showed her lack of maybe life experience. She only knows this little part of the world.
Yeah, she knows her own little part of the world.
But then again, it also shows how small-minded we can be about a situation as well. Because, like, for me, I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, it's just another hobby that he has. Like, because I'm a guy that has hobbies, right? And one of the weirdest ones I have is my drone. For a lot of people don't get into drones, but flying a drone is similar to flying a kite, but it's just a remote and a camera. And so you're conscious of people watching you because they can hear it and stuff like that, but it's just another hobby. So I don't know.
That's a good point, Tommy. What if he had gone drone flying instead of flying a kite? Knowing Alexis, she still probably would have had a problem.
Oh, he flies drones. I
don't know. You gotta put it in perspective. It could be worse. He could be dressing up like Miguel and do Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
Well, she would eat that up, okay?
Right. Dungeons and Dragons is a hobby, and cosplay is big now, which is a hobby, right? Which is a hobby. What if he was dressed up like an ogre or something and went out there?
What would you imagine?
That bear costume was enough.
She nitpicking because he don't say, "Oh, you be hanging out with your boys playing flag football. Why you out with all these dudes?" You know what I'm saying? So he supports. So I'm sure she ain't stopped playing flag football or all the other stuff that she was doing, but he's supporting her. Support me flying kite. This is the way I relax. This is the way I don't jump down your throat. Allow me to do this.
Okay.
All right. So.